dynamic, most wonderful speaker I've ever heard. I mean, every time I hear him speak, it just blows me away. It makes me want to live up to his ideal of a fantastic speaker. Amen?
Amen.
Rashard Parker. Amen.
I'm gonna laugh at that all night. I was trying to think of something awesome to say to break the ice or something. That was awesome. I just want to thank everybody here for even just the opportunity to get up here and to even speak. You know, provided me a platform to even talk. Because a lot of people know me, and like I've been told before, some people didn't even know I could talk because I don't really talk a lot. But the subject of new beginnings, it's actually a subject that was kind of a cool idea to try to open the Bible and find a story or something I can kind of convey on my idea of what a new beginning is. See, the thing about a new beginning is we're going into, the whole world right now is going into a transition, and all we're thinking about is, okay, 2014 is dead, 2015 is coming. Yeah, I thank God for allowing me to make it. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, you thanking God now, you made it through a whole year without thinking of him, I'm guessing. So what's going on in your life that made you just think, like, right here, this moment, right before the clock strikes 12, that I got to thank God that I made it? So it kind of catches me up, because I think that 2015 is coming, and all we can think of is resolutions. See, the thing about resolutions is, the only thing a resolution is a firm decision, either to do something or not to do something. So it's not really so much as a new beginning. A lot of people get that confused. Like, I'm gonna stop drinking, I'm gonna stop smoking, I'm gonna start going to the gym. That's not a new beginning. It's something to do differently. It's not a new beginning. It's just a transition. Like, one year goes into the next. That's a transition. And to be honest, that is nothing like a brand new start, like a new beginning. That's right. You just started going to the gym, and next week you're gonna stop. That's all it is.
Come on now.
I can't laugh too hard, because I can't tell you how many times I said I'm going to the gym. All right, well, so I'm gonna go with a story that's probably familiar to anybody that's been to church. So I'm gonna ask everybody to go to Mark 5, and I'm gonna start with 21, and I'm probably gonna go through 34. So I'll give you a chance to get to it, because I cheated. I got it ready. Not too many people say the word cheated when they're talking about God, so.
That's a small thing.
I make it for you.
While everybody's getting it ready, I don't know. As I was getting dressed and everything was getting all hectic, people were already outside popping fireworks, and I promise, I was so nervous. I still am a little bit, but I swear, as soon as I stepped outside that house, I was like, you know what? I just thank God. Not because of 2014 to 2015. I just felt this feeling like God is up there, like, it is awesome that you want to reverence me at this very time, right now. And it just kind of blew my mind how calm it felt. Like, the cold air hit me, and everything should have brought some type of realization that it's cold, but I just felt this breeze just hit me like, man, I just thank God, not just because of this day, but because of this day. You know? I didn't step outside my house, but in the same sense, I'm always in danger from being taken out by something. So even though I didn't step outside my house, there's a chance I couldn't even woke up this morning. So for me to even complain about how cold it is a blessing. Right. People don't get that. Could have stepped outside, twisted my ankle, and I made it here. But that, that's getting all deep. We're just talking about God, so people get like, oh, okay. Oh my God. Anyway, okay. When Jesus had crossed over again by boat to the other side, a large crowd gathered around him while he was by the sea. One of the synagogue leaders named Jairus came, and when he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet and kept begging him, "My little daughter is at death's door. Come and lay your hands on her so she can get well and live." This isn't part of it, but that's amazing that he had that much faith that he believed that Jesus could save her. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Just that right there in front of all these people, that he decided to fall to his feet in front of everybody. That's an act of faith right there. So Jesus went with him, and a large crowd, like all these people, started gathering around Jesus as he was walking. All these people, they were pressing against him, it says. So he's got all these people around him, pressing up against him. You know, like an actor or a singer. All these people are crowding around him. His name is out there now. You know, a lot of people know of him. So you just gotta imagine him trying to, like a megastar walking through a store, and all these people recognize who he is. They're all trying to get next to him. They just want to be around him. So all these people are pressing against him. And it says that there was a woman who had been suffering for 12 years, a bleeding disorder for 12 years. And I think if I'm going through discomfort, and any time in that discomfort is a long time, but 12 years is an immense time to be going through something such as a disorder where you're bleeding. You were losing your life fluid for 12 years straight. How much discomfort that is. But it says that she had endured much under many doctors. She had spent everything she had and was not helped at all. On the contrary, she became worse. Having heard about Jesus, she came behind him in the crowd and touched his robe. The thing is, it wasn't like she was, it doesn't say like she was yelling out, trying to get his attention or anything. She had that much faith that she just felt like if she could just touch him. It didn't say like she was calling out to Jesus or anything. She just had that much faith that if I could just touch him, that's all I need. Because it said, for she said, if I could just touch his robe, I'll be made whole. You could just imagine all these people crowding around, screaming out to Jesus to get his attention, and she's probably just sneaking up like, probably weak from this disease, this disorder. Weak. She was probably crawling, to be honest. She said, if I could just touch his robes, I will be made well. So as soon as she touched it, it says instantly her flow of blood ceased. So at that very moment when she was crawling to Jesus, she was still bleeding. And as we, if you do any type of reading or studying, it says that during this time, if a woman had any issue with blood or bleeding or anything like that, that she was considered unclean. So during this whole time, you just have to imagine everything she was going through at this time, seeing doctors, spending all her money, being seen as an outcast because you're unclean. Nobody wants to touch you. Nobody wants to deal with you. You probably got to conduct business totally different than everybody else. So it says instantly.
Take your time. You doing this.
Instantly, her flow of blood ceased. And she sensed, she felt, as soon as she touched him, she felt it like, oh, she didn't have to call out, he didn't have to lay hands on her, all she did was reach and touch him.
Come on, man.
She sensed in her body that she was cured of her affliction. At once, as soon as she touched him, Jesus felt it, like as soon as she touched him. At once, Jesus realized himself that the power had gone out of him. He turned around in the crowd and said, who touched my robes? His disciples said to him, oh, something just came across. All these people are touching, people are pushing against him. He's probably having a hard time walking. And what's to say that, what's to say that all these people are pushing him? How did he feel? he noticed that only she touched him.
Right. Out of all those people.
Out of desperation, out of faith. All the people around him probably was just pressing against him because he knew who he was.
Right.
They probably didn't even need nothing. But he felt the one that needed him most at that very moment in time. Goodness.
Come on now. Doing good.
So he said, you see the people, his disciples with him say, you see all these people? I know you can see them, God. I can see them. So all these people are pressing against you, and you ask who touched me?
That's right.
It could have been anybody. So he was looking around to see who had done it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, she came with fear. She was scared. I guess I would be scared too, because this momentous thing just happened in my body after I touched him.
Right.
Even though she had this problem for so long, she should have been, I would have jumped, it's all going. But she came with fear because she knew that it was by this power that she was healed.
Yep.
So she knew I would be kind of scared, like, who can do this?
Right. Right.
Like, oh my goodness. So she came with fear and trembling and fell down before him and told him the whole truth, like he didn't already know it.
Right.
But it was that, I feel there was some kind of connection with her telling Jesus the whole thing. Like, I mean, he knew it.
Right.
But she told him. She came out, confessed that this is what I did, and now, I healed. So he said, daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be free from your affliction. Now, the one thing, everybody likes to stop and think that that's the miracle. And I mean, it is. It's a major part of the miracle. But there's another place that they forgot to take it. And I was actually trying to read and do some studying, and I actually did find and I found somewhere that I was reading that somebody else had the same view I had. Because yes, that's one part of the miracle. But as I mentioned earlier, you got to think about all the stuff she went through for 12 years. Probably having to hide.
jacket.
It doesn't even mention if she was married. It doesn't mention none of this stuff. So she probably had to do a lot of these, endure a bunch of hardships, and try to stay out of the way, try to stay unseen. So, but her healing was a miracle. But the big issue was that she was able to return to a normal life. You understand how big that is after 12 years of having to do stuff pretty much unnaturally.
Right.
So I read this, that somebody else conveyed the same thing I was trying to convey. It said that not only did Jesus restore this woman's health, he restored her place in society. Because that miracle could have been kept quiet.
Yep.
Right.
He could have like, okay, I sensed this, and kept moving.
Yep.
She could have just sat there and waited till everybody left to get up and go. But no, Jesus said, go, because go in peace and be free from your affliction. Now, probably this whole town is around him.
Right. Right.
So when he said, go in peace and be free from your affliction, he let everybody know that she does not have this disease no more. She is not considered unclean. You can go back to doing stuff the way it was supposed to be done. He restored her place, not only health-wise, but in society. That is a miracle.
That's
Amen.
right.
Yeah.
That's
That
right. Amen.
is a new beginning.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean,
Amen.
because she could have accepted her fate with the bleeding disorder and not even tried to touch Jesus, and that would have been what she stuck with. But she chose to seek Jesus. She chose to go after him.
That's right.
And just touch his robe, and now she has the new beginning.
Come on.
That's right.
Because it makes you just think, like, now what? She can go out during the daytime. She can converse with people that she probably hasn't talked to in 12 years now.
Yeah.
That she can shop anywhere she wants to. She can start working again because she said she spent all her money on doctors.
Right. Right.
A brand new start, new beginning. Probably would have did cartwheel. I don't know. But originally, that's kind of where I stopped. But it also says that after that, he went to Jairus' house. And his daughter, that Jesus was going to go see, she ended up passing away before he got there. So they said, you know, oh, she's already dead, so why trouble the master anymore? Why trouble Jesus? You know, don't even worry about it. She's gone. And he went in, and they laughed at him because he said that she was sleeping. So he kicked pretty much everybody out the room. So he told the daughter, Jesus told the daughter to wake up. Little girl, wake up. This is what it translates into. And she woke up. See, right there, yes, that is an amazing miracle. Resurrecting somebody from the dead, that's awesome. You can't shed light on that. You can't hide the fact that he did that. And when everyone's in that place saw that she was dead, that is a miracle. But you know what else is a miracle? This family that witnessed the decline of their daughter's health. They watched. They had to sit around her and feed her and probably bathe her and stick around her because she was sick and not be able to do what they normally do. Now they don't have to.
Right.
A new beginning for this entire family now.
Right.
The daughter is no longer sick. They can go. They have a new direction in life. They don't need to no longer sit by. That's not her deathbed no more. That's just her regular bed.
Come on now.
If I was them, I'd probably get some new covers.
Yeah.
This ain't your deathbed no more. You ain't sick.
Right.
Get up. They say go get her something to eat. I don't know. That's just amazing. The idea of yes, she's back from the dead, but now your life is. She can go to school. You know, there's no telling what can happen now. She's alive. The new beginning is now you get to watch her get older. You get to watch her grow. I mean, if that's not good enough for you, we can always revert back.